Welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master. Today, we're diving into the twisted, tragic, and surprisingly emotional tale of one of literature and horror cinema's most misunderstood creations, Frankenstein's Monster. But not just any version, the latest and most haunting reimagining brought to life by Guillermo del Toro and Netflix. This story blends Mary Shelley's original 1818 Gothic horror with a deeply human narrative, while giving the creature some of the most terrifying powers ever seen in a Frankenstein adaptation, from his immortality and superhuman strength to his rapid healing and indestructibility. This is the definitive explanation of the monster's origins, his powers, and what they mean for his eternal fate. Let's break it all down. The beginning of the monster's legend. Our story begins in 1857 aboard the Royal Danish Navy ship Horizon. The ship is trapped in the icy wasteland of the Arctic, its crew struggling to survive the endless night. Captain Anderson and his men stumble upon a near-frozen figure among the snow, none other than Baron Victor Frankenstein himself. But just as they bring him aboard, the ship comes under attack by something unnatural, a massive, scarred creature with inhuman strength and regenerative abilities. The creature demands Victor's surrender, but Victor, now frail and haunted, reveals that he is the creature's creator. And so begins Victor's confession, the story of how his ambition gave birth to an immortal monster. Victor Frankenstein's tragic ambition. Victor's childhood is marred by tragedy. His mother dies giving birth to his younger brother William, leaving him emotionally scarred. Their father, a cold and aristocratic physician, favors William, while Victor grows increasingly bitter and obsessed with conquering death, the very thing that took his mother away. As he matures, Victor's brilliance in medicine and anatomy becomes undeniable, but his arrogance and obsession alienate him from his peers. In 1855, after performing an unauthorized experiment that reanimated a corpse, he's expelled from the Royal College of Surgeons of Edinburgh, banished from the world of science. His obsession doesn't fade, it deepens. A deal with darkness. Enter Henrik Harlander, a ruthless arms merchant with deep pockets and even deeper secrets. Harlander offers Victor unlimited funding and a secluded tower to continue his research. All he wants in return is results. Victor accepts, recruiting his younger brother William as an assistant. But soon, things grow complicated. Harlander's niece, Elizabeth, engaged to William, captures Victor's heart. He becomes infatuated with her, but she rejects his advances, a rejection that only fuels his descent into madness. When Harlander grows impatient for results, Victor resorts to grave robbing, gathering parts from executed criminals and fallen soldiers from the Crimean War. With these remains, he pieces together a corpse, his masterpiece. His plan? To harness lightning and channel electric currents through the body's lymphatic system, reawakening the heart and brain. But Harlander has his own agenda. He's dying of syphilis and demands Victor transfer his mind into the new body. Victor refuses. Harlander's organs are already infected. Enraged, he tries to sabotage the experiment, but falls to his death. As thunder shakes the heavens, Victor activates his device, sending bolts of lightning into the lifeless body. At first, nothing happens. Exhausted and defeated, Victor collapses. Then morning comes, and the impossible happens. The birth of the monster. The creature awakens, gigantic, deformed, yet unmistakably alive. Victor is both horrified and awestruck. He names the creature, teaching it to recognize his voice, Victor.
But fear quickly replaces curiosity. The creature's immense strength and childlike mind make him dangerous. Victor chains him in the depths of his tower, treating him like a beast rather than a being. When William and Elizabeth visit, they discover the creature and are horrified. But while Victor sees a failure, Elizabeth sees innocence. She teaches the creature to say her name, Elizabeth, forming a bond that frightens Victor. Jealous and paranoid, Victor tells William that the creature killed Harlander, planting hatred in his brother's heart. As weeks pass, Victor grows disgusted by what he's made. He sets fire to his own lab, determined to destroy the creature. But when he hears the creature cry out his name, terrified and in pain, he hesitates, realizing the monster still sees him as a father. That moment of regret costs him dearly. The lab explodes, and Victor is thrown against a rock, losing his right leg.
If you are not to avoid me, love, then I will.
The creature's story. As Victor finishes his tale aboard the ship, the creature finally emerges from the ice, climbing aboard. But instead of vengeance, he demands to tell his own story, one of loneliness, discovery, and loss. After surviving the fire, the creature wanders into the wilderness. His wounds heal rapidly, leaving barely a scar. He's hunted and hated, but hides in the forest near a small farm. There, he secretly watches an old blind man teaching his granddaughter to read. The creature helps them in secret, chopping wood, carrying food, earning the nickname Spirit of the Forest. When winter comes, the family leaves, and the creature befriends the blind man, who teaches him to read, speak, and understand human emotion. It's the first time the creature experiences kindness, but tragedy finds him again. He returns one day to find the man attacked by wolves. The creature fights them off with superhuman strength, but it's too late. His only friend dies in his arms. When the family returns, they find the creature grieving over the body and assume he's the killer. They drive him away with torches and fear. That's when the creature finally accepts his reality. He cannot die, and he will always be alone. The monster's revenge. The creature discovers Victor's journal and learns the truth about his creation. Rage and heartbreak consume him. He sets out to confront his maker. On the night of William and Elizabeth's wedding, the creature appears, demanding Victor create a companion, someone like him. But Victor refuses, calling him an abomination, a mistake. The creature's grief turns to fury. In the chaos, Victor fires his gun and accidentally shoots Elizabeth. William tries to intervene, but is mortally wounded. As William dies, he confesses he always feared Victor more than the creature. Those words shatter Victor's already fragile mind. The creature takes Elizabeth's dying body to a cave, holding her close as she breathes her last breath. It's a heartbreaking scene. The monster, made from death, now losing the only person who ever saw his humanity.
Fight it then and hope it does, but if it does not, I will come forward.
The final hunt. Consumed by guilt and vengeance, Victor hunts the creature across frozen tundras and icy wastelands. The two mirror each other, creator and creation, both damned by their own choices. In one last confrontation in the Arctic, Victor tries to destroy his creation with dynamite, but it fails. The creature survives, untouched, his body regenerating instantly. That's when Anderson's crew finds Victor, broken and near death. Moments later, aboard the ship, Victor dies, but not before apologizing to his creation. In a powerful moment of forgiveness, the creature lays Victor to rest, calling him Father one last time. He then pushes the ship free from the ice, saving the remaining crew. Captain Anderson, moved by the tale, orders his men to return home, abandoning the obsession that doomed Frankenstein. As the ship sails towards the sunrise, the creature stands alone, watching it disappear. He reaches out towards the light, the same light Victor once taught him about. Finally embracing the world he was cursed to walk forever.
I want to be placed in this no perfect body.
The monster's powers and abilities. Guillermo del Toro's version of Frankenstein's monster isn't just a tragic soul. He's one of the most formidable beings ever created in horror fiction. Let's break down what makes him truly unstoppable. No weapon can destroy him. He survived fires, gunshots, and even dynamite explosions without lasting injury. His body, stitched from the strongest human parts and fused with lightning-born energy, makes him nearly impossible to kill. Superhuman strength. The creature can snap bones, crush steel locks, and fight off entire packs of wolves. His physical might rivals any cinematic monster, not born from rage, but from the sheer unnatural perfection of Victor's design. Rapid regeneration. Perhaps his most terrifying trait, healing almost instantly. Wounds close before your eyes. Bullets push themselves out of his skin, and torn flesh reseals as though nothing happened. This regenerative ability ensures he feels pain, but can never succumb to it. Immortality. The combination of his indestructibility and healing gives him effective immortality. He doesn't age, he doesn't decay, and he doesn't die. It's a gift that becomes a curse. Because the monster's greatest torment isn't pain, it's eternal loneliness. Every person he's ever loved has died, while he continues to live, condemned to wander the earth alone. The meaning behind the power. Del Toro's take on Frankenstein's monster doesn't turn him into a superhero. It turns him into a symbol. His immortality isn't glorified, it's tragic. The same lightning that gave him life also doomed him to eternal sorrow. Where other adaptations, like I, Frankenstein, turned the creature into an action hero, this story stays true to Mary Shelley's original intent, a meditation on human ambition, grief, and isolation. Victor's obsession with conquering death ends up creating something that cannot die. And in doing so, he becomes the very thing he feared, a man responsible for eternal suffering. The creature's powers, then, aren't blessings, they're reminders of the sin of playing God.
Yes! No more, no less! No! Do you understand?
The endless future. By the film's end, the monster lives on, stronger, wiser, and forever alone. He's walked through death, fire, and centuries of loss, yet he still looks toward the sun. His healing powers, once symbols of Victor's genius, now represent endless survival. Not just physical survival, but emotional endurance, a being cursed to live long after humanity is gone. Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein doesn't end in destruction, it ends in reflection. The creature doesn't destroy the world or himself, he simply continues, forever seeking meaning in a world that never wanted him. He's not a villain, not even a hero. He's the echo of mankind's arrogance and the living proof that immortality without love is the cruelest curse of all.
Don't touch me! Don't ever touch me!
Our nerdy thoughts. So, what do you think? Is Frankenstein's monster truly indestructible, or is his immortality just another prison? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let me know your favorite version of the monster, from Boris Karloff's classic look to Del Toro's tragic giant. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an exploration into your favorite monsters, myths, and stories. Until next time, this is Spoiler Master, signing off from your nerdy show. And remember, sometimes the scariest thing we can create is ourselves.
No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.